Morning, children. Welcome you all once again for this online class. And today we are continuing with our Geography Term 2, Unit 1, Lesson 1. And the title of our lesson is Resources. And previously we have completed our portions relating to the definition of resources and classification of resources. Then we studied about renewable resources, non-renewable resources, biotic resources, abiotic resources, then metallic resources. And in our class today, we are going to discuss some important informations related to non-metallic resources. So earlier when we study about metallic resources, we were studying about the informations relating to the metallic resources. So what are metallic resources? The metallic resources are the resources that are hard in nature. They are metallic in nature. They are strong. And also the metallic resources are good conductors of heat and electricity. And also we studied some of the examples of metallic resources, isn't it? We studied about iron, copper, aluminium, bauxite, manganese, isn't it? Do you remember that? So now we are in non-metallic resources. So what are non-metallic resources? So the non-metallic resources are exactly opposite to metallic resources. So their nature, their behavior, their properties, everything, they are opposite to metallic resources. So how can we define non-metallic resources? So the non-metallic resources are, they are soft in nature. Not like the metallic resources, they are soft in nature. They are brittle, easy to break down. Okay, and also non-metallic resources are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Some of the examples of non-metallic resources are sand, gravel, limestone, clay and marble. Okay, so all these resources are extracted from the earth. They are found inside the earth. So all the natural resources, they are found in earth only, isn't it? So no human being can create any natural resource. They are available in the earth already. So we human beings are taking those resources and we are processing them, and we mold it and we transform it into the usable resources. So all the resources that are found in the earth, they are not immediately useful. We cannot use them as they are found in the earth. We have to collect them and remove the impurities, and finally we have to convert them into usable materials, isn't it? Okay, so in short, what are non-metallic resources? They do not comprise of metals. They are not made of metals. They are not hard in nature. They are soft and brittle, that is easily tend to break. And also they are bad conductors or not good conductors of heat and electricity. That is, heat and electricity do not pass through non-metallic resources. Okay, now let's move on to the examples. So some of the examples of non-metallic resources are mica and limestone. So in our lesson, two resources are given. One is mica and the other one is uh, limestone. So in today's lesson, we are going to discuss about these two non-metallic resources. Okay, first let's study about mica. So in the picture, you could see two images, isn't it? So these two images are the ores of mica. I already taught you what is a ore, isn't it? Ores are the original form of the resources we get, isn't it? So only after collecting the ore, we process them into the usable materials, isn't it? So in the picture, you could see two important classifications of ores of mica. One is muscovite and other one is biotite. The ore which is white in color, it is muscovite, and the one which is black in color, it is biotite. Okay, so these are the two important different forms of the ores of mica. So from these ores only mica is extracted. Okay, so mica is indispensable mineral. Indispensable means it cannot be taken away, it cannot be removed. It is important, very important, cannot be functioned without them. Okay, in the field of electrical and electronic industry. So the electrical and electronic industry cannot function properly without the usage of mica. So since mica is a bad conductor, it is used in the electric field also. Okay, see in previous in the olden age, okay, mica is one of the important usage in making lantern lamps. So in this picture, can you able to see the glassy material which surrounds the light? So this is the important usage of mica in the olden days. So mica is a replacement of plastic. It is transparent in the olden days. So when plastic is discovered by human beings, the usage of mica became dull. Nowadays mica is not so important as it was in the olden days. But during the olden days, before man discovered plastic, mica was very important mineral used in several fields. And even today, mica is very much used in the electric and electronic industry. See the production of cables. It is used in the production of manufacturing of insulating materials. Since electricity do not pass through them, they are used as insulating materials. So when electricity passes through something, we cannot touch it, isn't it? So with the help of mica, it forms the layer surrounding the wires that conduct electricity. So with the help of mica, they insulate the electrical wires so that we can hold them, we can touch them without getting electric shock. Okay, not only in the electric field, you could see the capacitors inside the electronic items, isn't it? So they take control of the passing of electric field. The capacitors found inside the electronic items, they are also made up of plastic. Okay, and also plastics are used in the decorating wallpapers. Okay, so you could see the shining decorative wallpapers in the walls, isn't it? So those decorative wallpapers are made of mica. Mica is one of the ingredients made used to make the decorative wallpapers. And also mica is used in lubricating oils. Okay, so mica is helpful in the lubrication. You know what is lubrication, isn't it? When two metals they collide with each other, it forms friction. So in order to avoid friction, people use lubricants. Okay, so the work of lubricating oil is they fill the two colliding metals and they form smooth running, isn't it? See, for example, we use engine oils in bike, isn't it, in car and all. So what is the use of these oils? They get dipped into the metals, they run into the metals, and they resist the friction caused by two metals colliding with each other. When two metals collide with each other, when two wheels collide with each other, it forms friction. So what happens? Slowly the metals tend to erode, isn't it? They slowly erode. So the lubricating oil, they stop the erosion. So the mica is one of the agents that is used for making lubricating oils. Okay, children, so these are some of the important properties and usages of mica. Mica is one of the inevitable non-metallic resources used by human beings in the modern world. Okay, China, the largest Asian country, one of the largest Asian countries in the world, they are the top producers of mica. Other than China, Russia, Finland, United States of America, Turkey, and the Republic of Korea are also some of the countries that produce mica. In India, about 95% of mica is produced in 3 states. They are Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Jharkhand. And among these states, Jharkhand is the major producer of mica in India. Okay, so let's move to the next non-metallic resource, which is limestone. Okay, so limestone is a sedimentary rock. You all know what is sedimentary rock, isn't it? In science, you might have studied about it. So what is sedimentary rock? Sedimentary rocks are formed in millions of years. So when rock pieces, they were broken down into small pieces because of erosion, and they were moved from their original position by the help of wind or by the help of water or ice, any substance. They move the broken up pieces of rocks. So these rocks, they move from one place to another, and they finally settle in another place, and slowly after a long period, they started to settle in one place, and finally they form different layers. So after forming different layers, what happened? They start to compress, they start to form into a strong rock. Okay, not only rocks, sedimentary rocks are formed by even animal, plant remainings. Okay, all the materials, all the things that move from one place to another place and settle in one place, they after hundreds and thousands of years, they form different layers and they become a strong solid. Okay, and also there are some minerals. There are minerals found in this rock. They act as mortars, they act as cement to make them tight as rocks. Okay, so regarding limestone, limestone is a form of sedimentary rock. Okay, so what happened? These sedimentary rocks are formed in 3 important areas. One, they are found in hills. Another one, river beds. Another one, they are found in sea beds. So because of erosion, These limestones, they are moved into hills or moved into river beds, or even they are found in the seabed. Okay, so one of the reasons how they are formed in seabed is through the because of the shells of sea animals. The cells of the sea animals, they collide with each other, and after hundreds and thousands of years they become a strong rock. Okay, so these are called limestone. Okay, so the limestone, about 10 percentage of sedimentary rocks are limestones. So among all the sedimentary rocks that were formed by sedimentation process, 10% of them, they are limestones. Okay, so limestones are very much used in the construction field. Okay, you heard about cement, isn't it? You know how cement is formed? When limestone is mixed with clay, it becomes cement. So without limestone, cement industry cannot function, cement cannot be formed. Okay, so limestone is used as used in the field of cement to make mortar. Okay, and it is also useful in the formation of concrete. So without limestone, the modern construction becomes problematic. Okay, even when you look at the pyramids in Giza in Egypt, so the ancient builders of the pyramids, they also used the limestone as the mortar to stick the bricks. Okay, to make the bricks, they use the limestone as mortar. Okay, even the Empire State Building, it was built by limestone. So some of the major important modern buildings also were made with the use of limestones. So limestones are inevitable non-metallic resources in the field of construction. Okay, they are also used in making floor tiles, okay, window sills, etc. Okay, and also they are used in smelting process. So in smelting, that is in heating metals, limestones are used in those field. Okay, and Portland cement, one of the prominent cement manufacturers named as Portland Cement, they are made using limestone. So China, like in mica, China produces the more than half of limestone in the whole world. So in the total production of limestone of the whole world, more than half of its production was made by China. And other countries that produce limestone are United States of America, India, Russia, Brazil, and Japan are other countries that produce limestone. And in India, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Chhattisgarh, and Tamil Nadu produces more than 3/4 of total limestone production in whole of India. Regarding Tamil Nadu, so heavy scale of limestone is found in Ramanathapuram district, Tirunelveli, Ariyalur, Salem, Coimbatore, and Madurai district. So these are some of the places where limestone is found in enormous. Okay, children. So with this, our study related to non-metallic resources is over. So in the next class, we'll study about the next topic of fossil fuel resources. See you all in the next class. Bye.